This brings me to the next speaker as we speak about standardization of applying a regulatory framework, trying to cope up with the best practices example. We have another jurisdiction which as well achieved amazing results in the FATF assessment with the implementation of the recommendation 15. Here I would like kindly to ask Nabil Badr, Deputy Director of the Supervision Banking Directorate, to outline the efforts done in the country with the reference of crypto activities.
Thank you, Laura, and I would like to thank the Basel Institute on Governance and Europol at United Nations for inviting me to take part to this panel. And I'm very delighted to share our experience. We are at early stage comparing to other countries, but we think that there is a lot of challenges faced by supervisors in all jurisdictions. And in Morocco, the issue of crypto asset raised our attention since 2017, because we observe, all authorities observe that there is a huge usage of crypto assets, great interest by population among certain segments of population. And we observe that some corporation or some companies announced that they can accept payment by Bitcoin or crypto asset. And the response of the financial sector, all authorities, is to respond to two questions. The first one is how to protect the financial system against this crypto asset the risk related to EML safety. And the second one is about how to protect consumer and what will be the efficient manner to inform population or consumer that there is no authority can protect the consumer when they are using crypto assets. And we have also observed via some companies specialized in tracking crypto assets that the usage is very important. I can give the example of the latest report of the chain analysis ranked Morocco as the third country in the MENA and the first one in North Africa in the usage of crypto assets. And that's why we are concerned that this situation is difficult, and we know that the borderless characteristic of this platform is a challenge for all supervisors, and that's why we take the decision in Morocco with all authorities to put in place our regulatory framework. And in terms of governance of this putting in place this legal regulatory framework, it was led by Central Bank of Morocco, the supervisor, with the coordination with Ministry of Finance, with the FIU, the prosecutors, with the financial authority in charge of insurance, of capital market. And we conduct this work with the technical assistance of the World Bank. And in terms of approach, we take into reference the MiCA, market and crypto asset, the European legislation. We think the French Pact, very interesting, the Mauritius law, because it was within the first country who put in place our regulatory framework, and the law of the United Arab Emirates. And the term of international reference standardization, we take the most important reference is the recommendation 15, and all the work that was done by G20 and FSB and IMF. And we prepare a draft law governing the crypto asset, who defines the crypto asset. What is the crypto asset? We take the same definition than the recommendation 15. We establish a system of licensing the platform for crypto asset services, the provider of crypto asset. And we structure our draft law on the most important element. The first one is the list of services. We take the same list than recommendation 15. The exclusion, we exclude NFT and decentralized finance, but because we think that It's not very mature until now, and we have to wait. And we put in place the rules governing the public offering and the admission of trading of digital currency. And the provision of anti-money laundering we introduced in this law, the travel rule, specific rules, because we have a common law about EML safety, but we think that it's very relevant to introduce in this draft law some provision concerning, in particular, the EML safety and the consumer protection, because our role as a supervisor is to protect the consumer. And in this law, we have some characteristics specific to Morocco, because we take into account that we have to adapt to our context. The first challenge that I want to share is about the definition of crypto asset. We don't consider that crypto asset is a mean of payment, because in Morocco we have a gap of financial inclusion, and we think that digital means of payment will be developed and will be promoted, and that's why we don't want to create competition between the two means of payment. The second, and we'll finish to give you a speech, is about the issuance of stablecoin, because we consider that the stablecoin is something similar to deposit, and that's why we take the provision that limit the issuance of stablecoin to banks and payment institution. And that's why it belongs to Central Bank of Morocco to control the Central Bank as supervisor to put in place all the regulatory framework. And the third last one is about the repartition or the split of competencies between Central Bank of Morocco and the other authorities in charge of capital markets. Thank you.